Hey, how y'all doing? This Malik Hall, also known as Malik, the credit guru and whatnot. Just another video. This video is pretty much just going to address what is credit repair. You know, there are a lot of misconceptions, myths. You know, credit repair itself is a profession. It's a very volatile profession. It's up one day, it can be down the next. You have to really put a lot of work into it to make sure that it is a successful career. And it's just like I said, it has a bad look. And in this video, you know, it's pretty much off at the top of my head. So I will be addressing, you know, whatever pops up and comes to mind. But I'll be addressing the good and the bad, okay? You know, credit repair itself is not a scam. Credit repair is real. You know, whenever someone, like sometimes you'll see, you know, ads on like the Shade Room or you'll have these, you know, kind of like local community pages that'll post, you know, people who are credit repair specialists or consultants, however you want to put it. And, you know, you'll have people in the comments like, credit repair is a scam. Credit repair is not real. Just pay your bills on time and just make sure you do this and do that. First of all, let's be real. If you sit there and you ask those same people about their credit score, I guarantee you it won't be as perfect. It's not as easy as what people make it seem. Credit is I tell my clients that credit is very unpredictable. You can't predict it. That's why when people out here are saying, yes, we could get your credit score 250 plus points. Listen, first off, that's against the law. You're not supposed to say what you can guarantee, promise. You can't give estimates, guesstimates, whatever the case may be. It's a lot of things that you really can't do in this profession because, like I said, it's a very volatile profession. And when you're dealing with people's livelihoods and money, it gets very tricky. It gets very icky, sticky, and gray, okay? But credit repair is not a scam. It is real. It's unfortunate that you do have people out here who will sometimes either run off on clients, are scammers or whatever the case may be. Like, you know, in a sense, you got to do what you got to do to get your money. However, why scam? Learning this profession isn't hard. Even coming from myself, the reason why I even jumped into this credit thing is because I used to be heavily involved with my credit. I used to work at T-Mobile corporate. Okay, everybody know me as Malik from T-Mobile. I still was very involved with my credit, and credit I knew, you know, just from the way that I was, I guess, raised about when it comes to your finances and things of that nature. I always was just so worrisome about my credit. So when I jumped into this profession, it wasn't really hard I really jumped into this to help people, to help my community. I didn't do this because I seen someone that was rich and had cars and houses and stuff. No, I didn't care about that. I was in a bad position. I learned something, got out of my position, and then wanted to help others. But, you know, you'll have people who don't want to help others. They'll just want to take the bread, run, or not do a complete job, etc. Now, it's a difference between having a company, whereas you're still learning. You know, you're a small business. You know, you're gonna have your failures, your errors, and things of that nature. You got to get yourself together, and then that's different from you just not doing the work. You do have companies where people just want to do the work, and they'll run off of stuff, or they'll do things like, you know, doing false police reports. Sorry, y'all gonna hate me for putting it out there, but people sometimes do. You know, they'll falsify police reports or certain documents to get things taken care of. You have things such as credit sweeps, right? And now some people may not agree with my definition of what a credit sweep is, but from my understanding and what I feel a credit sweep is when a person removes both positive and negative, removes everything from your credit report. I mean, it's called a credit sweep. If you were just removing the negatives, then that's credit repair. So when people say credit sweep, you're removing both the positive and the negative from someone's credit report just to turn around and add authorized user accounts to those, or what people call trade lines to their credit report. Now, people use the term the phrase trade lines. Let's correct that. A trade line is any account that is listed within your credit report, whether it's a credit card, car loan, personal loan. You know, whatever is listed within your credit report is considered a trade line. People like to call authorized user accounts trade lines, I guess because that's just the name that stuck with it. But correction, a trade line is an account that's on your credit report. Not much so, you know, let's just not really call it that, even though, yes, you're adding new trade lines to your account. But just call it authorized use, or piggybacking, or whatever the case may be. But you'll have people that'll send in and falsify certain things, and people have to understand that you will be hurting not necessarily just your client, but you're hurting yourself too. Because if anything was investigated and it's found out that you're doing anything that's that you're falsifying, listen, your freedom is very important. You got to be out here to make the bread. Don't get yourself locked up. Don't get your client in any type of predicament. Neither. We're here to help them. That's the point of this. This isn't. Yes, this is a business and a profession, and money. Yes, I understand. But help them. You're gonna help yourself by helping others. You're gonna get your blessings. Understand that very strongly. You get your blessings from blessing and helping others. Okay, do the right thing. It's not hard at all. I promise you. Then you got the CPNs. Now, like I said, me making this video and speaking on certain things isn't just to necessarily just talk down on things that people involve themselves in to feed them family and to take care of themselves. But sometimes you have to educate those and let people know, like, hey, if you want to do something and take a certain route with something, then hey, you can do that. But how about do it this way first? Let's do it the right way, the legal way, the way that you ain't gotta be looking over your shoulder and worrying, what ifs, and just do it the correct way. You'll be fine. So with CPNs, I don't want to get in too deep into the specifics of what a CPN is. If you know what a CPN is, then but let's just move away from those, because when you're getting things and I know mostly sometimes people use CPNs to move into apartments and stuff like that nature, especially if they have, some type of criminal background. But listen, get your credit on point, use your real social, do everything the right way. I tell people like this: instead of you having a CPN to where you can do your fun stuff so you can burn them out and just say F it, how about you make sure your personal credit is together? Once you make sure your personal credit is together, then go out there and get yourself an EIN. Create yourself a business. Why? Let your business be where all the fun stuff is. Put all the cars, the businesses, the investments and things of that nature in the business side. That way you're increasing and you're improving your business credit, to whereas you can then go grab more money and then use that money to make even more money, etc. And while that's going on and your business is in order, literally, then on the personal side, you'll turn around and just put, you might want to put your house in that. Maybe you might want to have of course you're going to have your credit cards and stuff, your personal stuff. That's why it's called personal credit. We're going to leave that free. Leave that free and open, so that way if you have to put anything important, you really need to leverage, your credit and stuff. You don't want to have too much stuff over there. You have a lot of stuff over there, your DTI is going to be looking kind of crazy. How do I know? I have a lot of stuff in my credit report. A lot. And I always run into issues with DTI sometimes for some reason, even when things were paid down, just because I had a plethora of things. But leave your business credit free. That's one thing. Sorry, your personal credit free. That's one thing that I wish I did, instead of having all them cards there. Put it on that side. And I started that with the video, with the 2 cards that I put in there, which I mentioned in the last video. But credit repair is real. It's real. It's not a scam. You gotta know who you're dealing with and who you go to. There are a lot of methods when it comes to this profession, and I'm speaking, of course, on the correct and the legal, ethical ones. There are a lot of methods. A lot of people may use things such as factual dispute, and you got Metro 2, and I would say to each his own. Everyone likes what they like. Everyone has their way of doing certain things. Me personally, factual disputing would definitely. Like I said, it depends on the person's situation, but factually disputing, in my opinion, you're using the laws. You're using the laws. People have to understand credit repair, when done right, is simply just using the same consumer rights and laws that were put into place to protect and help us. That's what they are. Like that's all credit repair is. That's why I feel like it's doing all the extra things to get things done fast. And there's a difference between someone who knows how to fish credit the right way and then just having someone who's just a great marketer on the internet. I consider myself to be a great marketer. Anything that I feel like I can put my mind to or that I deal with, I can turn it to gold. Now, I'm not saying I'm on Drake level with a lot of stuff, but let's just be real. Malik from T-Mobile, Malik the Credit Guru. I'm trying here, y'all. But anywho, just understand that just understand that it's real. It's just using the laws that were put into place. So you have to be able to sit there and whether you're a company or you're doing it individually, just sit there and do the research. Do the research. Everything is to your disposal by using the internet, okay? And even YouTube. Factual disputing to me is definitely one of the greatest methods to help get things off legally, because all you're simply doing is just identifying what is inaccurate, what's not consistent across the board. Now, granted, when you have all these different, softwares and different letters and stuff that are on the internet, and you can't always send in the same templates. A lot of people think credit repair is a scam because of how can I put this? The results aren't as fast as the marketers and stuff. And I'll go back to that. I kind of jumped off, but I'll go back to that. But you can't send off if everybody in the world had the same template, the same letters to send in. These systems are seeing the same thing. So it's how can Billy Bob, who stays in California, send in the exact same thing that Sally Sue in Wisconsin sent in, but then Freddie the fisherman was sending the same thing from Alaska? Like, it's how is that possible? So the systems are reading the same exact thing, or you may be sending in the exact same thing because you may have bought some letters from somewhere, or you figured out, oh, I have this template that can get removed things, so I can just always put the same information. No, different situation calls for different letters, okay? But then that goes back to the marketing thing. You have people out here who are great marketers. Now, yes, to be able to grow and to scale your business, you have to be able to bring in revenue. You have to be able to put out content that can get people to come to you. So that way, the more people that come to you and feel as you can be informative and can get things done and to help them, yes, they're going to sign up, pay you funds, whatever the case may be, or whatever product or service that you have. But most, specifically with credit repair, they're going to want to sign up for your service. It's cool. But don't just market. Be able to actually provide results. Be able to do certain things. Even coming from myself, I've been in this profession for a few years, and it's been a profession that has been, it's great. You get to meet a lot of new people. You get to build relationships with people. You get to help people grow, to be successful, to move closer to their financial freedom. But with the wins, you also have your losses. You have clients who are very worrisome. You have clients who will be on you every day about their credit reports. You have people who will try to do chargebacks when you provide a good some type of service to them, have changes in results, but they decide, well, I don't want to pay for this anymore, or the money that I paid for something, I want to get that back, etc. So don't think that credit repair is a scam and all these CROs, credit repair organizations, are just out here doing things to people. The clients also do things to the credit repair companies. Let's get there. Let's just make that clear. Got to understand human nature. That's humans are going to be humans. Especially if you feel like you can get away with something, you're going to try to do it. I just myself had my first chargeback ever, my very first one. And if you try to do a chargeback, you're automatically terminated, because at that point, it's kind of like you're lying to your bank or whoever, saying, I didn't do this. I had no knowledge of this. That's kind of impossible if I got your social, your address, your credit reports, and your results of me helping you remove any inaccuracies and errors and any unverifiable information from your credit. I have all of this information. So don't just think it's credit repair, it's just a scam and the people who do it are scammers. No, you got people who do bad things too, and they were the clients. They're the one that came to you. So, but you gotta go with someone who know what they're doing. When it comes to reviews and things of that nature, now, if someone has personally referred you to someone, I would say that's obviously the best route in this profession. Word of mouth, to me, is kind of stronger than just having ads and stuff. Because granted, yeah, ads, a lot of people can probably see your stuff, but if you have a lot of referrals and people can really say, I personally worked with this person and they've been able to change my life by doing A, B, C, X, Y, Z, that's great. That's one of the, I had so many business cards made when I first started doing this stuff, and they're literally, I actually threw them all away because all the information, not only because the information on it was outdated, but it went from me using these business cards to just now I didn't need it. But we finna turn it back up because I'm finna get a lot of stuff to definitely brand and whatnot. But use your resources. Now when it comes to reviews, if you're online looking up reviews, depending on the company, kind of just really do your research and really read what the review is about. In life, like I said, with human nature, you can't please everybody. That's one of the things about human nature. You can't please everybody. And sometimes people will leave bad reviews just to be spiteful. Sometimes they may have just really been bad service. So really just take a minute to really read the review, see what it was. If it's, okay, this person, they started on January 1st, they wanted results by January 15th, they leave a bad review by January 31st. Okay, hey, it takes 30 days just to hear a response. I'm not saying that all results can't not to say that there can't be any results or anything sooner, because the quickest results I've ever had was a week. So I mean, it's possible, but let's be real, it takes 30 days just to hear a response for them. So don't have that review to be like, oh, this is a bad company because a person started with them at the beginning of the month and they wanted to do something by the end and they couldn't. No. This person took my money, blocked me on Instagram, blocked my number. That's something that you can take. So just be real careful as far as making sure that you do your research, look at the reviews, ask around. If somebody referred them to you personally because they use their services, then that's should be an automatic go. Because I kind of doubt that a close friend, relative, loved one, whoever would just say they helped them with their credit and they didn't. But let me think, what else? As far as the timeline, now let me just give a breakdown of what the process is, okay? Other people processes may be different depending on, especially the way you dispute or the thing or the tools that you have to dispute, etc. They may differ, but it's very simple. This is how your typical interaction as far as credit repair should start and end.